Oh, my baby girl. Oh, Lord. Oh, my, thank you. Thank you, sweet baby. Hi, tiny girl. Hi, tiny girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl.
I remember my first anxiety attack ever. I was driving the car and I'm just shaking and feeling like I couldn't breathe and feeling like so desperate to be able to protect my child, which is, he's still safely in my womb and I cannot handle this. And there was at some point during this pregnancy with my third that I had a complete and total breakdown. And I confessed to my husband one night that I didn't care about anything that I had, you know, cared about my whole entire life. I just didn't care about anything anymore. And I told him that I thought about killing myself a lot, that I thought about leaving my kids and him and just running away.
I think part of the problem we have with the transition from being a pregnant woman to being a new mother, a newborn mother, is that we think that birth is one day. We have defined birth incorrectly. We think of birth as being labor and delivery. And what people don't understand is that birth requires an entire year. Birth is a year-long process. After this labor and delivery, and during the labor and delivery, we hope at least that the mom is the star of the show, right? But then afterwards, it's like, well, the birth is over. So the need for the support is over. But for 3 full months, the mom is still very much in the birth process. Very, very much. The baby technically is still a fetus. The baby is still gestating for 3 months, which means the baby has to have 24-hour-a-day care all the time, and that is a big job. The placenta did that job really effortlessly for 9 months, right? Now mom has to take over the job of the placenta and do that all on her own, and it's huge, and it's exhausting.
I didn't want to hurt my child. I just didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to be the mom anymore. I didn't want to be the mom. That was too hard, and I sucked at it, and I was failing at it, and I couldn't bear the thought of failing yet another innocent little baby. Somewhere in the middle of that breakdown, when I was telling my husband all of these things, I was confessing to him, I realized something. I'm not a bad person. I am sick. I have an illness. I have postpartum depression.
To me, this is where the symmetry of using the placenta to get you through those hard months is so beautiful, because the placenta cared for that baby for 9 months perfectly. It created all the hormones that baby needed. It created all the nutrition that baby needed. It gave the baby all the blood and the iron and the nutrients that that baby required to be perfectly healthy and strong. And then after the birth, the benefits of the placenta go to the mother.
I've been doing placenta encapsulation in Hong Kong now for 3.5 years, and I've not had one negative response. Certainly I get some people who do absolutely love it, and others that just felt, yes, it did really good. And now we're having our wave of second-time mums come back, all wanting their placenta.
I would have done anything. I mean, I was that desperate for help. I was that desperate for relief. And I was so afraid of getting worse and then not being able to take care of myself or my kids. I was really afraid of what I might do to myself, that I just felt like I have to try this. We had the placenta encapsulated and I took those little pills and now I'm better. Like, I'm getting better. And I remember just being able to do everything that I had wanted to do for all those years, like keep up with the laundry, you know, make healthy meals for me and the kids, and, you know, plan grocery lists and shopping trips. And I took my kids to the park regularly. We went on walks. We went outside because I had energy. I had energy and I had motivation. I loved to be up and doing and being with my kids. That is probably the greatest thing that Placenta Pills gave me.
The best or the most common feedback that I get is the energy levels that mothers have. And I know it's difficult for first-time mums to kind of know what to expect. But I've had mums who've had 4 children and even 6 children and have had their placenta for the first time. And they just say, I had so much energy with this baby.
I think it's really interesting that when I got pregnant with my third, my daughter, I was thinking, this is the last thing I need. This is the worst thing ever, you know? The last thing I need is another baby. I'm dying here, you know? And ultimately, that was exactly what I needed. I needed a placenta. I needed her. That thing that gave life to my baby for all those months then gave life to me for about 9 months after I had her, and gave me a second chance at life. Maybe you're not experiencing things the exact same way that I did, but you're struggling through postpartum. You're not alone. You're not alone. I've been there. So many other women have been there. So many other women are there. And we just need to be there for each other. I just want every woman to know that you have options in postpartum. There's a lot of different options, and placenta pills can be one of them.